Hey, welcome back everyone to our Lenten 28-day Acts challenge. Today we're hopping into Acts chapter 19. Well, if you were with us yesterday, you heard a little bit about how Paul was in the city of Corinth and he met this guy named Apollos, and they're in the city of Ephesus, which are near by each other. So while Apollos is in Corinth, Paul is in the city of Ephesus. And you might know of the city of Ephesus through the books in the New Testament. The book of Ephesians is written to the people of Ephesus. So Paul is in the city of Ephesus, and he is continuing to share the good news of Jesus Christ throughout Ephesus. And something really interesting happens because when you hear the good news, your life is changed, or at least that's the hope, right? Paul writes later in the letters that he writes to the Christian churches, he writes that the old has passed away and the new creation is here. It's a part of our Christian identity. When you hear the good news, your life is changed. Well, sometimes that's not good news to everybody, depending on the circumstance. So in Ephesus, there is this guy named Demetrius, and Demetrius is a silversmith. And he made beautiful statues of silver. But the statues that he made were idols. They were idols to different gods around the city. Now, this is concerning this Paul guy for Demetrius, and here's why. Paul reminds the people of Ephesus that worshiping idols is not what Christian living is all about. We worship the one triune God. And so Demetrius then finds himself in a little bit of a conflict. If the people of Ephesus no longer can worship idols, then they will no longer buy these little statues from Demetrius. Well, that's how he made his whole living. So he stands up in the crowd and he gets angry and he says, "Come on, you people." He's talking to other silversmiths and other business people. And he says, "This guy Paul is telling all of these people to take away our business. This is our livelihood. We can't allow this to happen." And he starts a riot. And it gets ugly. In fact, Paul wants to go in and quell the riot, but the disciples won't let him. They say, "No, you need to stay. You need to stay here. It's dangerous. Don't go in there." Becomes this big riot, and all of the people are shouting that great is Artemis and Demetrius, who are the silversmiths. It's kind of a wild time. And at the end, Paul leaves and continues his ministry elsewhere. It's a really interesting story, and I'm going to leave you with a couple of questions. Where in your life is there tension between your faith and the way you live or the way you want to live? Where do you find a tension? And what are other ways that being a Christian changes your way of life? Thanks for tuning in today. We'll see you tomorrow.